Shadow knows.
I've done some exciting things in my lifetime, things that I can be very proud of. And of course, in life, you always do things or do things that you thought you would accomplish and didn't quite make it. And so, as I was thinking to myself and looking at my life and looking at the past history of things I've done, I've come across some things that really kind of just had to be told or had to be shared. This was given to me as a gift from a coworker or sales rep or whatever it was back in the day, many, many, many years ago. And I had to ask a question like, was this given to me as a gift of homage, or was this a gift as to know your place? Made me think, and as I look at it, I think again, I kept it to remind myself of who I am and what I've been through. And so throughout the years, I have to pay homage to the one man who basically set me on a path of accomplishing many great things, and that is Mando Guerrero. He is a legend. He should be in the WWE Hall of Fame. He should be in the Wrestling Hall of Fame because he trained many wrestlers to become superstars. Some made it to the WWE, some made it internationally in Japan, and vice versa, and all those other good things. But Mando Guerrero was the one guy that I would have to say is the man that basically gave me an opportunity. And it was up to me to run with it. So I say that by saying this, is that as you look at the collection of action figures that I have, and you ask, why are they there? Why are they intermixed with this guy? It's very simple, but complicated. Bobby Lashley. No, that's Triple H. Bobby Lashley. He is one of the greatest wrestlers in the world of professional wrestling. He now has a faction with some up-and-coming wrestlers. He can pass a fantastic, tremendous torch to a lot of great wrestlers and to wrestling itself. And yes, he should be in the Hall of Fame someday. Then you look at this guy that I first pointed at, Triple H. He is now at the helm of WWE Creative. This man can make changes, moves, and just really generate that legacy for the next generation of WWE superstars. Now, what he has as residue from Vince McMahon is Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, one of the greatest runs in wrestling history. He is definitely a Hall of Famer. So now what do you do with that? You place the mantle on the next guy that can carry the company for the next 3 to 5 years. And now when you think about it, you say Priest here. Damian Priest, Latino, es Puerto Rico, my man right here, Dominican, whatever it is. My man has the capability of becoming something fantastic, something very great. He is in the Judgment Day. Will he run the Judgment Day? Will he branch out into a solo theme and just take off like a rocket? That is a question yet to be answered, or in a story that is yet to be told. But Damian Priest has all the right tools and all the potential to become a great superstar for the WWE. But it is up to this man here, Triple H. He can decide the fate of this guy. And he can decide the fate of this guy. He can decide the fate of what happens next and who gets the opportunity to take on that mantle and run with it. There are a lot of superstars out there, but there are very few far in between that can become superstars, megastars, legends, Hall of Famers. Damian Priest has all the potential to be all of that and more. It's just a question of whether or not WWE writes him correctly. And I say all of this just to say that throughout my years and throughout the time that I've spent here on planet Earth, I've seen chaos, I've seen mayhem, I have seen the freaking craziness that's going on right now. And you can always turn back to WWE. And you can always look at WWE and escape from reality for just a few minutes or just a few hours. And then return back to reality. But what I will say right now, at this very moment, is the reality is that you can make history by never giving up, by never listening to the naysayers, by never holding back and just going all in. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But while you're on planet Earth, you keep freaking going. And don't stop until it's over with. And then, rest. Until next time, Shadow knew, Shadow knows that you gotta keep reaching for the stars. And you gotta keep reaching for your goals. And never, ever let anyone stop you from what you're trying to do and trying to accomplish.
Greatest moment in professional wrestling?
Mine?
Yes.
I got to wrestle for the heavyweight championship of the world, weighing 175 pounds. There, I was lucky enough that the challenger did not show off in Harlingen, Texas, man.
Wow.
And that was Ricky Romero. He something happened. I don't even know. I was just standing there, and I had already wrestled it, but the show had to go on, and there was Harley Race, champion of the world, man, the heaviest, the top every time. And they asked me to fill in, and I go, what? Man, this man's at 6'2", 200 ton, and I'm a 175 pounder just starting my career.
Wow.
And you want me to wrestle for what? The championship? Well, what they wanted to do is just fill in, right? And I saw Harley, and he's like laughing and says, well, you can't handle it. He knew that he was gonna knock me out. They just wanted a body in there. But like I said, I already had the awakening that had come out of me. So I said, heck yeah, man. So that's a moment, the feeling of getting in there and seeing the champion, and then coming down from the match, and he came up to me, and I was showering in the shower, and he came up to me and says, it was just a fill-in, Mando. It was just a fill-in. I mean, who's going to believe that you're 5'6", 175 pounder, you're wrestling a 230 pounder champion, 62 pounds at that time. He says, who's going to believe this? Well, I'm going to sit right here, nobody's here, just you and I, and I'm going to say something to you. You gave me a match. And I can say that if you keep going the way you are, you're going to go a long ways. Don't look at your size. Right. Don't look at your weight. Right. Get that heart and keep it going. So that's a moment. It's a moment words that I'll never forget.